This is something I've had for a while. I've just never got around to making a video on it. There's a bunch of Electrolux canisters I have that I've never made videos on. This is an Electrolux Special Edition. I believe this is based on the 6000 SR chassis. I have a 6000 SR, and it's very similar to this. I'm hoping within the next few months to acquire a 6500 SR, but we'll see what happens. This thing does have issues at both ends of the hose. That one has been repaired. This one has not yet been repaired, but after I demo this thing, I am going to attempt a repair on it. I'm not sure if I can pull that out of the wand or not. I'll have to look into that and see. If not, I'll just tape right over it. This was given to me by a neighbor. I helped this neighbor move some stuff around. He had an old freezer that was running constantly because it was set to the coldest temperature. And it was trying to keep -5. It was keeping -5, but it wanted to do more. He didn't use it. The food that was in it was very old, and it had thawed and frozen multiple times. So I helped him out. I cleaned out the freezer. I left it on, obviously, while I was cleaning it out, because if the old food in the freezer, if it's still cold, is not that bad. You just have to do it. So I did it on a Sunday. Garbage day's Monday. So I did it on a Sunday afternoon into the evening. I took all the old food out. I threw it away. I live 2 doors down, so I just took it over to my house and I threw it away in my toter to be taken out the next morning. And luckily, the garbage man showed up early that morning. So it was cleared out about 6 p.m. and it was gone by 8 a.m. So that worked out good. So I ended up with the freezer. It's in my garage. I gotta get it fired back up. I just haven't been using it. But it's a 1967 Cold Spot 10 upright freezer. It's a very nice unit, I will say. I mean, it looks terrible because it's been in a summer kitchen of sorts for a long time, and it's been unair conditioned, but other than that, it's been fine. Works great. Gets down to -5, and it'll keep it on a lower temperature setting. So, in exchange for helping him with that, in addition to getting the freezer, I also ended up with this. He said he didn't use it. It had been sitting in his dining room for a few years at that point. He just got out of the habit of vacuuming and didn't want to pick it back up. So I graciously accepted and brought it home. It runs great. The motor runs great. The worst part about this thing is the hose. It's doing what all the Electrolux hoses do. But I've got some stuff that I can use to repair it and at least make it good enough to use. Because I've got to do a video on my 6000 SR, and this is the same hose. So I might as well make a video on that using this hose before I spend every bit of $70 on a new hose. Because you got to be careful on eBay. Some of the the used hoses that you buy, they're old and they're brittle like this, and the first time you use them, they'll start coming apart. So yeah, the power head sounds a little slow, but also I'm used to the newer Arus series of Electrolux tanks, so I think that's just how these are. I mean, my older versus my newer Electrolux uprates are the same way. The newer ones spin, the motors go faster, and the motors go faster and the power heads go faster. I think this and the 6000 are like the last ones that have the Electrolux motor. And then you get into the much newer, like the 6500, and you get the Amatec Ram. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but this sounds almost exactly like my old Electrolux Silverado. Which, I gotta make a video on that. I've got a Golden Jubilee, I think is what it's called. The motor is going bad in it, though. That's the sad part. Other than that, it's in really great shape. But it's one of those things, if somebody dropped it off, I didn't pay for it, so I have it around. I've used its hose on something else. I want to try to get that old tank going now, so I gotta find a Electrolux motor for it. And I've got another old Silverado chassis machine that runs beautifully. The hose is messed up. It's one of the old wicker hoses, so it'll get a rubber hose. But yeah, these things are just troopers, and you can still get bags for them. So that's why I collect them so readily. Because if somebody I know, and somebody I know is not gonna abuse it and tear it up, needs a vacuum for a while, I'll give them one of these. Because I know it's going to come back working, or if it's not, they've got some explanation to do. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to pull this out, actually, so I can see if I can do this one-handed. I can. I will. Ta-da! I gotta pull this out to get the brush head to turn off, so I can show you how the motor sounds. So this is motor only. So the motor doesn't sound the healthiest, I will say that much. However, the 6500 that I'm hoping to get sounds 100 times worse, and it's been running reliably for sounding like that for I don't know how long. So it's got life left in it. It's definitely going to become one of the loaner machines after I get the either tape the hose better or get a new hose. And this one also, it does have that bag exhaust filter, so I'll be getting one of those. Just because it's probably well overdue for being changed. It does have a brand new Home Solutions bag in it, though. That's the one thing I did do to it, is replace the bag. Because it had a Electrolux 2-ply paper bag in it, I think is what it was. One of the old paper bags, and I was like, that's not going to stop enough. I don't want his dust blowing around my house. Enough of it blows around already. But anyways, that was my Electrolux special edition that I got from my neighbor. I will see you guys in the next one.